Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you in Mason City tonight, Mason City's Roosevelt Field. Andy Argo is our on-site video producer. And Brandon Drew producing the radio broadcast back in Ottumwa at the KBIZ studios. We're getting ready for Game 2 between Ottumwa and Mason City. Mason City won Game 1 2-1, a walk-off hit in the bottom of the seventh. It came one pitch after a rather controversial decision at second base where a runner was ruled to have been safe when Ottumwa thought he was caught stealing. Talked to the Bulldogs in the dugout. After it was over, they're still convinced he was out, but nothing they could do about it. So Ottumwa will bring a 9-9 record into Game 2, while Mason City is 12-7. Remember, after tonight, the Bulldogs will finish the regular season tomorrow at home with the doubleheader against Des Moines East. I know that's weather permitting. We got a report this morning that there is a chance of some thunderstorms in the area tomorrow back home, maybe severe storms as a matter of fact. So we'll see how the weather goes, but assuming we are allowed to play by nature, it'll be a 5 o'clock first pitch tomorrow from Legion Memorial Field. And then the playoffs start this weekend. The Bulldog baseball team at Ankeny Centennial Friday night at 7. The Bulldogs softball team hosting Urbandale Saturday night at 7. And if teams move on from there, baseball would play next Monday night. Softball would play a regional final, likely at Ankeny Centennial a week from Tuesday. If Ottumwa softball wins that night, they'll go to state. If the Bulldog baseball team wins next Monday night, they'd have a sub-state final the following Wednesday. We're still a little bit away from the start of Game 2, and Mason City still has to do, I think, some senior night stuff. So still a ways to go before the start of Game 2. But right now, we'll take a 2-minute timeout. I'll come back, and I will get you the starting lineups. That comes your way next after this 2-minute break on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
Hi, I'm Mark Freimweyer, new owner of Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, Iowa. Call us at Champion Bowl to join the fun. We have new hours to better serve you. We are open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to midnight, and noon to 10 every Sunday. If you just want to hang out in the lounge, we have a full bar and a great menu. Make sure and like us on Facebook for weekly fun and special at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, where bowling is fun.
Yes, the great outdoors is wide open. So why not make the most of it? Expand your family's freedom with the off-road's best. Like the only built-in GPS that doesn't require a cell connection. And group tracking that lets you spread out on the trail, but stay together for the journey. Polaris. Think outside.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
Coal Palace Cafe and Books invites you to stop in and try their real, not fast, fresh, never frozen made-in-house menu, which is sure to satisfy. Start your day with their fresh brewed coffee or one of their specialty drinks and a delicious breakfast. Stop in for a cup of one of their homemade soups, a sandwich, or salad for lunch. Don't forget dessert. At Coal Palace Cafe and Books, your purchases help our neighbors with disabilities learn valuable job skills. Check out their gently used books while you wait. That's Coal Palace Cafe and Books at 226 West Main Street, Ottumwa.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ. Bulldogs at Mason City. It looks like the Mohawks are about ready to do their senior night festivities. They're celebrating 3 of their seniors this year. By the way, if you do happen to be tuning in, especially on the live video stream, and you're a Mason City fan, it's good to have you with us. Always enjoy taking on the Mohawks. As I said in Game 1, wish these 2 communities were closer because we always seem to have good games. That's Ottumwa and Mason City baseball. Those 3 Mohawks seniors are Bradley Vythe, who was a starting pitcher in Game 1, Connor Weeman, their second baseman, and Avery Melman, their shortstop. And those 3 players about to be honored here on the field. And while they're doing that, we will give you the starting lineups for Game 2. Ottumwa's lineup very similar to Game 1. Leading off and playing second base, Dominic Delahoy. Batting second and playing shortstop, Mitch Wood. Jesus Jaime at third base bats third. Brody Evans is the designated hitter, batting cleanup. Trey Swartz at first base, hitting fifth. Blaze Rominger in right field, bats sixth. Pedro Gonzalez is in left field, batting seventh. Andrew Cole pitching and batting eighth. Batting ninth, the center fielder, Colt McKinnon. And in the field is the catcher, Julian Moore. So it's the same batting order, just a couple of positions switched around. Andrew Cole making his 4th start. He is 2-0 with a 2.80 ERA, 15 innings pitched. He's allowed 16 hits, 9 runs, 6 earned, 4 walks, 1 hit batter, 6 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .250 against the senior. Mason City head coach Troy Rude with this Game 2 lineup, also very similar to Game 1. Leading off and playing shortstop, Avery Melman. Batting second, the center fielder, Carter Thomas. Alex Gold will pitch and bat third. Connor Dalen is at third base, hitting cleanup. Connor Weeman at second base, batting fifth. Cooper Weeman at catcher, hitting sixth. Bradley Vythe, the first baseman, hits seventh. Alex Dietz, the designated hitter, batting eighth. Batting ninth is the left fielder, Louis Rivera. And in the field is the right fielder, James Fingelson. So also the same batting order for Mason City, just a couple of different positions. Gold was the Game 1 winning pitcher in relief. He threw 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, and the only reason he got out of the inning is Mitch Wood was thrown out at home by an eyelash in the top of the 7th to end the inning. So Gold on the year now 4-1, and his ERA was 1.22 coming in, so it dropped just a touch. But Ottumwa did get a quick look at him in Game 1, and we'll see how the Bulldogs handle the hard-throwing lefty in Game 2. As the senior ceremony continues for Mason City, we will take a 2-minute timeout, come back, and continue with our Between Games show. Bulldogs at Mason City on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carry-out, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
At Dixon's Floors and More, we don't mind being different, as long as the difference is better. With hundreds of brands to choose from, including the largest manufacturers in the industry, we transform the volume of products we carry into lower prices for you. Don't start your project without starting at Dixie floors, and more.
Mention you saw this video and receive 5% off your entire purchase at Dixon's Floors and More in Ottumwa.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Second baseman number 2, Dominic Delahoy. Batting second, the shortstop number 5, Mitch Wood. Batting third baseman number 24.
Ottumwa High Baseball getting ready for Game 2 at Mason City. The senior night ceremonies for the Mohawks are complete. After they read the starting lineups to the fans here at Roosevelt Field, they'll have the national anthem, and it looks like it's going to be played by a brass. How many are there? We got 5. We got a brass quintet there. I'm intrigued by this. I play trombone. I see 2 trombones out there, plus a baritone, a trumpet, and a French horn. So we're going to step right back. Well, not quite yet, as the coaches have to exchange the lineup cards before our brass quintet to play the national anthem. I'd love to just bring it to you, but I've got no way to get a microphone down there. So we'll just have to tell you how awesome it was afterwards. John Yeager, the head coach for Ottumwa, of course, Troy Rude, the head coach of Mason City. Always figured these Game 2 conferences are shorter. There's not many ground rules to go over once you've already done that before Game 1, and indeed they're breaking it up pretty quickly. So let's step aside, take a 2-minute timeout for the national anthem. We'll return with the first pitch of Game 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Patrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free, no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Patrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And now I come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate.
Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ. Real quickly, a softball score to pass along. The Bulldogs softball team in Game 1 beat Mason City 4-0. Casey Nickerson threw a one-hit complete game shutout. It's coming off the heels of her two-hit complete game shutout last Friday over Waukee. Here at baseball, left-hander Alex Gold on the mound for Mason City. The defense behind him, Louis Rivera in left, Carter Thomas in center, James Fingelson in right, Connor Dalen at third, Avery Melman at short, Connor Weeman at second, Bradley Veith at first, and Cooper Weeman behind the plate. We'll get you game time weather conditions in just a moment. Dominic Delahoy about to lead off Game 2 for OHS. He was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run in Game 1. First pitch of Game 2. Downstairs for ball 1. Our first pitch at 7:29. 81 degrees under mostly sunny skies. And a southeast wind at 15 miles an hour. That pitch outside 2-0. That wind is blowing in from right and right center. The 2-0 to Dominic way outside 3-0. Bulldogs will take a lead-off walk. The next two guys at the plate, Mitch Wood and Jesus Jaime, each had hits against Gold when he pitched in relief in Game 1. Here's the 3-0. Outside ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to begin Game 2, and here is Mitch Wood. 2 for 4, 2 singles in Game 1. Delahoy can run, but with a hard-throwing lefty on the mound, I'm guessing he'll have a shorter lead here. A very short lead right now as Veith holds him on. Gold from the stretch in the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. The field bathed in sunshine in fair territory. A good portion of foul territory is now in the shade, and the shade may creep across home plate in the next couple of innings. To throw to first, and Delahoy back in on a dive. And the Bulldogs in their gray jerseys, Mason City in the home whites. Now the 0-1 to Wood. Breaking ball, stayed a little high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Looking at Avery Melman out at short, one of the 3 Mason City seniors. He's a Division I kid. He's going to South Dakota State to play baseball. There's a Division I kid at the plate, Mitch Wood. He's going to Iowa. Pitch off the plate outside to Wood, 2-1. Wood, of course, only a junior. The Bulldogs will have him one more summer. 2-1 to the Bulldogs shortstop. Delahoy at first, nobody out, or top one. The pitch. And a fly ball twisting towards right center. Underneath it on the run to make the catch of center fielder Thomas for out number 1. That brings up Jesus Jaime. He was 1 for 3 with a single and a double in game 1. In fact, that double that he hit was the only extra base hit for either team. Game 1 was a well-pitched affair. 1 on, 1 out for the Dogs here in the top of the first. Short lead for Delahoy. The pitch. Breaking ball up and away, 1-0. Mason City doesn't want to come inside to Jaime's power, but he's homered the other way this year, too, and he doubled the other way in the 7th inning in game 1. Pitch way outside, 2-0. Mason City actually walked him intentionally with runners on the corners and 2 out in the 3rd inning in game 1, but that backfired when Brody Evans had an infield hit with the bases loaded to score the run. Ottumwa, though, would not score again in the game. Now the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Challenged him, and he swung through it, 2-1. Ottumwa trying to get the split and get back over 500. They're 9-9 right now. 2-1 to Jaime. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball hit high in the air to left field, but right there to make the catch is Rivera for out number 2. Jesus kind of looking back after that ball. I thought he hit it harder than that. I think he thought he hit it harder than that. 2 down for Brody Evans. Game 1 starting pitcher got no decision. Was 1 for 2 in the game. Runner goes, pitches outside, the throw down to second is high, and in safely is Delahoy. So he's now in scoring position with 2 down. For Delahoy, that is his 9th steal of the year. Want to know count to Evans. Dominic dances away from second, getting a pretty big lead out there. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Very pleasant summer evening here in Mason City. Well, if the whole summer could be like this, it'd be great. Unfortunately, folks, I got to caution you, coming the weekend, it's going to get hot again. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 2. At least as of right now, we're looking at a high of 90 on Friday for the playoff game at Ankeny Centennial. Then Saturday in Ottumwa, a high in the mid-90s before Ottumwa plays Urbandale. The 1-2 to Brody. Breaking ball up and away, 2-2. Runner at second, 2 down, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brody trying to find a way to drive in the game's first run, as he did in game one. A bluffed a second by Alex Gold. As he turned around, didn't have anybody to throw to. Delahoy dove back to the bag anyway. Evans with a 2-2 count. The kick and the pitch. Outside, 3-2 on a fastball. Three balls, 2 strikes. Trey Swartz on deck if the inning continues. Delahoy stole third in the pitch. I didn't even see it. The 3-2, inside corner, strike 3, inning over. Well, Delahoy got his 10th steal. I was so focused on the call of the pitch, I never saw him run, but then Evans called out on strikes and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Bulldogs nothing. Mohawks coming up. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach health care from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning, Ottumwa was stranded a runner at third in the top half, and now right-hander Andrew Cole will take the mound for the first time today. The defense behind him, Pedro Gonzalez in left, Colton McKinnon in center, Blaze Rominger in right, Jesus Jaime at third, and Mitch Wood at short, Dominic Delahoy at second, Trey Swartz at first, and Julian Moore behind the plate. Top 3 in the Mason City order: Avery Melman, Carter Thomas, and Alex Gold. Melman will come to the plate having gone 0 for 2 with a couple of walks, a stolen base, and he scored the winning run in game 1. Cole gets the ball back after it went around the horn. And Melman, who did his senior night ceremony with the jersey covered in dirt, after sliding in home to end game 1, will dig in to start game 2. The line by Cole and the pitch to Melman is pop foul, backing out of play 0-1. Future South Dakota State player. Future Jackrabbit, I believe, is their mascot. Oh, 1-1 the count. The line by Cole and the pitch to Melman. Breaking ball popped in the air, right side. Trey Swartz is in behind him and calling him off and making the catch is Delahoy, the second baseman, for out number 1. That brings up Carter Thomas, the center fielder. He was 1 for 3, walked and scored a run. Also had the game-winning RBI single. In game 1 as Mason City won it 2-1. Left-handed batter digs in. First pitch on the way. And a liner over. Oh, in and out of the glove of a leaping Delahoy, and safe at first is Thomas. Oh, man, Delahoy. I thought that ball would be over his head. He got leather on it, couldn't hang on to it, and that'll be a base hit for Delahoy, or base hit, I should say, for Thomas. That'll bring up the pitcher, Alex Gold. Gold was 0 for 2 with a walk in game 1. And Delahoy probably kicking himself out there, although that took a heck of a leap by the diminutive second baseman just to get leather on that ball. I thought there was no way he was going to get up to it. And a high drive deep to right off the bat of Gold, but Rominger is there near the line, makes the catch for out number 2. Gold got under that one a little bit. He hit one, maybe 2 balls out, but foul in game 1. But if you get under a ball, the wind isn't blowing as strongly as it was a little while ago, but it's still blowing in from right center. So 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Connor Dalen, and he had a single and 2 walks in game 1. Ottumwa never did retire him. Andrew Cole will try to get him out right here. 2 out and a man at first. The pitch. There's a looper behind short. Back to get it, Mitch Wood. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left after an inning. Bulldogs and Mohawks, no score. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
You be scared of John, watch me leap though.
Top of the second inning, Bulldog Baseball brought to you by Josh Brenda and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home. By Dr. Dwayne Petrito at Petrito Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa, where they want to give you a smile that lasts a lifetime. Call today for an appointment. And by Mark and the team at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, opening soon with new upgrades to make your bowling experience even better. Champion Bowl, where bowling is fun. Top 2, Ottumwa nothing, Mason City nothing. It'll be Trey Schwartz, Blaze Rominger, Pedro Gonzalez due up against the hard-throwing lefty Alex Gold. Schwartz was 0 for 3 in game 1. Got robbed of a hit his third time up on a great catch by Louis Rivera in left field. Schwartz just needs a couple line drives to drop. First pitch. Up and away, ball 1. He's had some better swings here in the latter couple of weeks of the season without a lot to show for it. Lefty to righty, the 1-0. That's a strike at the knees on the outside corner, 1-1. Someone dropped game 1, 2-1. No score, top 2 here. The pitch to Schwartz, and a swing and a miss, chased a breaking ball down and in, 1-2. Ottumwa softball won game 1 over Mason City softball diamond. The Bulldogs beat the Mohawks 4-0. Casey Nickerson threw a one-hitter. Now the 1-2 to Schwartz. Breaking ball called strike 3. That's a pretty pitch. Out number 1. Second strikeout for Schwartz, and the batter, Blaze Rominger. Blaze was 1 for 3 with a single in game 1. Right-handed batter. Digs in. Where is that camouflage sleeve on his right arm? The pitch. Inside, 1-0. Some of the shadows have crept out over the plate itself. Rominger is still partially in the sunshine as he bats, and the pitch up high counts 2-0. There is somebody throwing in the Mason City bullpen as the 2-0 pitch is outside 3-0. Again, Mason City playing senior night tonight. They certainly want to win these games on their senior night, but they've also got a sub-state playoff game on Friday to think about, as does Ottumwa, although they play tomorrow night as well. That pitch way outside, ball 4. And Gold is starting this game. I don't know how long he'll stay in there. Pedro Gonzalez, the batter, 1 on, 1 out. He was 0 for 3 in game 1. Rominger at first. Has not attempted a steal this year. Pedro bunts at it and misses for strike 1. You look at the construct of the Bulldog lineup, and you might wonder why they don't have more stolen bases. They do have a lot of speedy guys. As that pitch is bunted first base side, that's a good bunt trickling up the line, and Gold can't pick it up, and he'll come back and get it. Boy, that ball was on the dirt just inside the baseline, and it kept rolling straight up the line. I think Gold hesitated for a moment, then realized it wasn't going foul. He had to try a do-or-die play, couldn't come up with it. That's a bunt single for Pedro Gonzalez. That is a beautiful bunt and one you don't normally see. Usually those great bunt singles are just inside the line on the grass. That ball rolling up the dirt, but it never hit the grass. If it starts in the grass and then goes in the dirt, it usually keeps going foul. That ball started in the dirt and stayed there and stayed fair. So now first and second, 1 down for Andrew Cole, who was 0 for 3 in game 1. Mason City anticipating a bunt, first and second, 1 out. Both corner infielders are in. The pitch. Pitch is a strike. It went through the legs of the catcher, Weeman. The throw down to third, not in time. Both runners advance on a wild pitch. Actually, you got to call that a pass ball. The pitch was a strike, but then it dropped and went behind Weeman through his legs. So a passed ball. And now you don't need a bunt. You got second and third, 1 out. And Ottumwa with a chance to strike first as they did in game 1. Cole with an 0-1 count. And the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That will get through for a single. 1 run is in. They'll stop Pedro at third as the center fielder Thomas is playing shallow. He runs it back in. It's an RBI single for Andrew Cole, back up the middle, and the Bulldogs lead 1-0. Well, look at that. The bottom half of the order, producing or running, it's a good pitcher. And now with runners on the corners and 1 down, the batter Colton McKinnon. Colton 1 for 3 in game 1. Still only 1 out. The middle infielders will go to double play depth here. First baseman Vythe is holding Cole on at first. The third baseman Dalen is even with the bag, and he's keeping Gonzalez close at third. And they'll throw to first, and just back in safely was Cole, who kind of froze before making his dive. That wasn't the fastest move by the left-hander Gold, but Andrew Cole froze for a moment, but he got back. Gonzalez kind of dancing around at third, trying to distract the pitcher. Now another throw to first, and Cole was already headed back. Made sure that one wasn't as close. McKinnon has yet to see a pitch. Gonzalez at third, Cole at first. One down, a run home. Now the pitch. Way outside, ball one. You got your number 9 hitter, McKinnon, at the plate, but McKinnon's not your typical number 9 hitter. Came into the doubleheader batting .281, fourth best on the team. The Bulldogs like having a better hitter in that 9 spot to set up the top of the order. Now McKinnon bunts. It is caught in the air by the catcher for out number 2. That ball just went straight up in the air about 7 feet, came right down to Weeman. It was not a suicide squeeze, it was a safety squeeze. And with runners at the corners and 2 down, the batter Delahoy, who walked in the first inning, stole second and third, but was stranded there. Gold's pitch. Breaking ball hit foul off to the right. Look out in the stands up there. Everybody's okay in the count 0-1. No, the fans are not normally supposed to touch the foul balls, but when the foul ball touches you, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. On 1 the count, the pitch. A little bit off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rominger walked with 1 out. Gonzalez, a perfect bunt single. Both players advanced on a pass ball, then Andrew Cole, an RBI single. Colton McKinnon popped up a bunt to the catcher for out number 2, and now Delahoy with a 1-1 count. Bulldogs scored first in game 1, could never add to it. Delahoy trying to bring home that runner from third here and put a crooked number on the board in the second inning. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Couldn't time up the breaking ball, 1 and 2. I wouldn't be completely surprised if Andrew Cole took off for first, making sure the pickoff move didn't come first, and try to draw a throw, and then see if he can get Pater down the line. Bulldogs have stolen a run like that a few times over the course of John Yeager. There's the runner going. The pitch is in the dirt. The throw does go through, but it's cut off in front of the bag, and Gonzalez holds it at third. So the count evens at 2-2, and Andrew Cole steals second. Mason City's play on that was to have the second baseman Weeman come into the grass to catch the throw, and they'd try to go back home to gun down the runner at third, but Gonzalez saw it coming and stayed put. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The base hit now could score 2. The pitch. Outside, 3-2. And if you walk him, you load the bases for Mitch Wood, who's on deck. Delahoy's got a good eye at the plate. He knows how to draw a walk. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Second and third, 2 down, 1-0 at Ottumwa, top second. The payoff. Outside corner, strike 3, and the inning's over. Delahoy thought he had ball 4. But Ottumwa gets a run on 2 hits, and they leave 2. We go to the bottom of the second. Bulldogs 1, Mohawks nothing. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning, Andrew Cole has a run to work with, and just like game one, the starting pitcher drove in his own run. It was Brody Evans in game one. It's Cole here in game two, as the Bulldogs lead it 1-0. Andrew only threw 5 pitches in the first inning. He faced 4 batters. The first one swung at the second pitch. The next 3 swung at the first pitch. Someone's got a 3-hour drive back tonight. I'm sure the Bulldogs wouldn't mind if Mason City kept cutting it first pitches and moving us along. Connor Weeman, Cooper Weeman, Bradley Veith due up for the Mohawks in the second inning. Connor Weeman was 3 for 3 with 3 singles in game one. Has that slightly open stance in the right-handed batter's box. The pitch from Cole popped up, right side. Trey Swartz in on the grass. Drifting back to the dirt, makes the catch for out number 1. And another first pitch swing. That's 4 in a row for Mason City. Cooper Weeman, the catcher, comes to the plate. He was 0 for 3 in game one. By the way, those Mason City jerseys, I didn't mention before, the lettering on the front, it doesn't say Mason City. It doesn't say Mohawks. I'll tell you what it says after the first pitch to Cooper Weeman. The wind by Cole and the pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. The lettering on the front of the Mason City jersey says the Velt, as in Roosevelt Field. The 0-1 pitch to Weeman is swung on and chopped weakly third base side. That'll get foul. And the count 0-2. The old swinging bunt there, but it went foul. Don't know if my wife and former broadcast producer Sarah Van Arkel is listening back at home tonight, but Sarah, if you are, that was a signature Sarah Van Arkel swinging bunt. At which point everybody in the dugout would yell, "Run!" 0-2 the count to Cooper Weeman. 1 out, nobody on, bottom 2. Bulldogs ahead 1-0. Cole's 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sharply through the whole left side base hit. Now that 0-2 pitch got too much of the plate. And Mason City has its second hit, a 1-out single in the second inning by Cooper Weeman. Bradley Veith, the batter, he was 0 for 3 in game one. Each team now with 2 hits. Bulldogs have the only run so far. Neither team has committed an error. Veith hit into one of 2 Mason City double plays in game one. Andrew Cole would like to see that happen again. 1 on, 1 out. And the pitch. Low one away, ball 1. The lights are on here in Mason City. They haven't really taken much effect as of yet. Not quite 8 o'clock. As this pitch is low and away, 2-0. think Andrew knew he got too much of the plate on the 0-2 pitch to Weeman, but now he's maybe being a bit too careful and has missed outside twice to Veith. The 2-0. Inside corner strike 2-1. Veith started to swing, then pulled back as if that pitch was coming at his hands. But a lot of these Mason City hitters kind of crowd the plate, and he's not that far from that inside corner. 2-1. Weeman to lead at first, and the throw to first will chase him back. Hard to believe we're playing the 19th game of the season, and the season is almost over. What a weird 2020 it's been. The 2-1. Breaking ball swing and a foul back. I think that got a piece of the umpire, but he's all right. 2-2. That'll be Ryan Slack out to the dugout to pick up that foul ball. I liked it here at North, and Trey Swartz wasn't in the game, and he had to go get the foul ball. He put on the full catcher's mask instead of the batting helmet to go get it. Here's the 2-2 pitch, breaking ball. Caught the inside corner, strike 3. Veith was bailing out of there. That ball came back to the inside corner, 2 down. Nice pitch from Andrew Cole. Alex Dietz, the DH, stands in. He was 0 for 3 in game 1. Runner at first, 2 down. Bottom second. Ottumwa leading Mason City 1-0. Andrew Cole from the stretch. Weeman a short lead at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Dietz digs back in. And the 0-1, low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cooper Weeman is 3 for 3 in stolen base tries. Now he is the catcher, but Mason City chose not to use a courtesy runner for him. Dietz stands back in with a 1-1 count. Cole brings it home, and it's high and away, 2-1. Alex Dietz, only a freshman. Mason City doesn't have a very large roster, but they have some talented kids. They're a number 2 seed in their sub-state playoff bracket. The 2-1. Ground ball sharply in the hole, and Mitch Wood got glove on it on a dive, but couldn't corral it. And that's a 2-out single for Dietz. That'll move Weeman to second, and if nothing else for Mason City, it'll get the order turned around as the number 9 hitter, Louis Rivera, comes to the plate. Rivera was 1 for 3 in game 1. That one was a beautiful bunt single. Also made a great defensive play to rob Trey Swartz. Ottumwa leading 1-0. Mason City now, though, with 2 on and 2 out. And that pitch sailed over the head of Rivera, ball 1. Ottumwa, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Mason City, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Cole will throw back to second, and the one-hop throw is snagged, thankfully, by Delahoy to keep it from going into center field. Still 1-0 to Rivera, the number 9 hitter in the Mohawk order. The 1-0. Inside, 1 ball, me, 2 balls and no strikes. Cole will kind of kick at the dirt on the rubber before getting back in place. His 2-0 pitch. Low 3-0, and a walk would load the bases for the leadoff hitter, Melman. Andrew Cole trying to get out of this 2-out jam, but he's way behind. The 3-0. In their first strike, 3-1, with Rivera taking all the way. The sun has kind of gone behind the cloud now, come back out, and there are shadows between the mound and the plate that often favors the pitcher. The 3-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 3-2. Well, Cole is behind 3-0. He's worked the count full, and now the runners will be in motion, 3-2 with 2 out. A base hit would almost certainly tie the game right here. Three balls, 2 strikes. The runners go. The pitch, high fly ball to the left. Going back is Gonzalez towards the line. He makes the running catch shy of the track to retire the side. Nice running catch by Pedro Gonzalez. And Mason City is turned away. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the 3rd inning. Bulldogs 1, Mohawks nothing. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Coal Palace Cafe and Books invites you to stop in and try their real, not fast, fresh, never frozen, made in-house menu, which is sure to satisfy. Start your day with their fresh brewed coffee or one of their specialty drinks and a delicious breakfast. Stop in for a cup of one of their homemade soups, a sandwich, or salad for lunch. Don't forget dessert. At Coal Palace Cafe and Books, your purchases help our neighbors with disabilities learn valuable job skills. Check out their gently used books while you wait. That's Coal Palace Cafe and Books at 226 West Main Street, Ottumwa.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Top of the 3rd inning, Ottumwa High Baseball brought to you by Community First Credit Union with 17 locations to serve you. By Slayton Polaris, your home for the best deals on Polaris Rangers and ATVs. Call or stop in and see them today, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. And by Sonic Drive-In, featuring made-to-order American classics, signature menu items, and speedy service from friendly car hops. Cruise on over to Sonic, North 63 next to Walgreens, for the ultimate Sonic experience. Changes for Mason City. Alex Gold is done on the mound after 2 innings and 38 pitches. And his replacement is the center fielder, Carter Thomas. Thomas making his 6th appearance. He has 4 starts. He's 1-2 with a 3.79 ERA, 20 in the 3rd innings pitched, 24 hits allowed, 19 runs, 11 earned, 9 walks, 7 hit batters, 26 strikeouts, and opponents have hit 289 against him. So he strikes out a lot, but he walks a lot and he gives up a lot of hits. Louis Rivera has moved to center field.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, shortstop number 5, Mitch Wood.
Trying to sort out the other changes here. Looks like Bradley Veith has gone to 3rd. As the first pitch to Mitch Wood misses for ball 1. Wood flew out to center his first time up. Lefty righty Thomas to Wood, and that pitch is in there for a strike. Count evens at a ball and a strike. So I can't quite tell out there, but I'm guessing that perhaps they've moved Connor Dalen out to left field. If Vite is at third, Thomas pitching, Gold to first, Rivera to center. Pitch bounces in there, and the count 2-1 to Wood. Mitch Wood now walking over to talk to Coach Yeager as the umpire cleans off home plate. Oh, that I see what happened. That ball bounced in the dirt and then got a piece of the catcher, Cooper Weeman, so umpire giving him a moment to shake it off. You know, we did have some unfortunate news in high school baseball today. In fact, it was well, I found the timing interesting. We'll get into that in a moment here. Wood stepping back to the plate with a 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball sharply left side, backhanding it, and not able to pick up cleanly as Melman is throw to first, not in time. It gets away, but it hit the screen in front of the dugout. Wood will stay at first. So they're going to put a hit on the board for Mitch Wood. That'll be the third Bulldog hit. And the batter, Jesus Jaime, flew out to left his first time up. So a couple of schools today announced that their seasons have to end because they had a positive COVID-19 test. The most prominent in the rankings, Southeast Polk, who was ranked 6th in the state. And they join former number 1 Dowling as top 10 Class 4A teams whose seasons have ended because of a positive COVID-19 test. The pitch to Jaime, curveball, chop foul at the plate, 0-1. Then there was Sioux City Bishop Heelan. And I'm trying to remember this. I think it was their baseball. Their Sioux City Bishop Heelan, I think their softball team ended their season. The Sioux City Bishop Heelan baseball team had a positive test. So the kid who tested positive went into quarantine. A few kids who'd been close to him for an extended period of time are being tested and are in isolation, but they did not shut the whole team down. And they're going to try to keep playing. Now, I don't want to get into whether that's the right or wrong decision, but it's an interesting twist on what has been, for the most part, unfortunate news for every team that gets the news. Jaime takes a pitch up high, 1-1. Now, as of this morning, and that was before the Southeast Polk news, as this pitch, a breaking ball, stayed high, 2-1. As of this morning, and I mentioned this on Mid-Morning Magazine on KBIZ when I was on with Ellis Koja, that 15 out of 870 baseball and softball teams in the state, 15 of them had their seasons end by COVID-19. Jaime takes a pitch outside, 3-1. Now it's unfortunate for those 15 teams, but the numbers overall weren't too bad. Now, they've been added to today. Southeast Polk, I think Dubuque Senior was added to that, and then obviously the weird case of Bishop Heelan. Pitch up high to Jaime, ball 4, first and second, nobody out. The batter Brody Evans, who struck out looking his first time up. Now, of course, we've had a few other teams in the state, including a couple in Ottumwa's conference, the Metro Conference, that had a positive test, but early enough in the season where they suspended their season for 2 weeks and then came back. So I don't know the exact number of teams that have had a COVID-19 positive test. I only know the approximate number. I think it's now 17 or 18 teams that have had their seasons that had to end because their test came too late in the season. First pitch, Evans shows bunt, bunts it out in front of the mound, fielded by Thomas. He just tags Evans going by. A good sacrifice by Brody Evans. Runners at second and third with one out. One unassisted on the sacrifice. And the batter, Trey Schwartz, called out on strikes his first time up.
First baseman number 7, Trey Schwartz.
Now, I'm going to make a point that I've made before, and I want to stress that this is my I'm going off facts that I've read, but this is my statement. It doesn't reflect anybody else at Ottumwa Radio or with the Ottumwa program. Schwartz swings and misses 0-1. My personal belief is that the vast majority, if not all, of the positive tests among players and coaches in Iowa high school baseball and softball have not come from contact at baseball or softball. Breaking ball high to Schwartz, 1-1. The players and coaches that have been exposed to COVID-19, I believe, for the most part, has happened away from the diamond. Not at practices, not at games where they are really practicing strict social distancing. The 1-1. High, 2-1. And I know that some people have said that this is too dangerous and they need to shut it all down. I'm pretty sure most of the kids that have gotten COVID-19 have gotten it, again, away from the diamond. The baseball and softball hasn't been the cause of it. There's a liner on a hop, dropped by the shortstop, Melman. He'll throw to first in time for the out, but scoring is Mitch Wood, and it's 2-0. One hop liner, Melman looking right into the sun there. Did well just to get leather on it. Boy, Trey hit another one hard that ended up in an out, but he does get an RBI. So the Bulldogs manufacture a run. Jaime stayed at second. And the batter, Blaze Rominger, who walked and scored in the second inning. It's someone now leading 2-0. So I'll get off my soapbox about COVID-19, but again, I would not blame having baseball and softball this summer for those positive tests. There's a high chopper to third, over the third baseman, into left field for a single. Jaime's got to stop at third. Vythe, the third baseman, was playing in. That chopper went over his head. Melman, the shortstop behind him, couldn't get to it. Now it was too shallow to have any chance to score Jaime, but he's at third. Rominger's at first. He's got a hit. And here's Pedro Gonzalez. He singled up the middle. Don't pardon me. He had the bunt single his first time up. Again, Ottumwa's got to run home, threatening more. Second inning in a row they've been in this situation. Let's see if Pedro can put a crooked number on the board this inning. 2-0 Ottumwa, top three. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. One final thought on the COVID-19 thing. If you are any team getting ready for the postseason, and for the smaller schools, they're into the postseason. As this pitch hit him. Or no, it's in the dirt. I thought it hit him, but he skipped out of the way. I thought it bounced into him, but just a ball. And a good stop by the catcher, Weeman, 1-1. If you're any team, either the smaller schools in the postseason, bigger schools about to start the postseason, you're telling your kids, you guys don't do anything outside of practice or games. You go home, you stay home with family. Because it's clear you've seen a couple of potential champions already taken out because they got a positive COVID-19 test. Here's the 1-1. Downstairs, 2-1. Now some teams, another team that had its season ended today, Ames Softball, had a positive test and they had to shut their season down. So there's been a few teams that have played Ottumwa that have since been shut down, but it hasn't affected Ottumwa. High fly to right, shallow, should be easy for the right fielder Fingelson. Makes the catch to retire the side. Ottumwa tacks on another run. On 2 hits, they leave 2. We go to the bottom of the third. Bulldogs 2, Mohawks nothing. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa School. Building relationships, foundations for success. Helping every student to achieve their best. Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa Schools.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I do it for the love.
Bottom of the third inning, Bulldog Baseball brought to you by Josh Brenda and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home. By Dr. Dwayne Petrito at Petrito Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa, where they want to give you a smile that lasts a lifetime. Call today for an appointment. And by Mark and the team at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, opening soon with new upgrades to make your bowling experience even better. Champion Bowl, where bowling is fun. Ottumwa 2, Mason City nothing as the Mohawks come to bat in the bottom of the third. Andrew Cole has allowed 3 hits, but no runs over 2 innings. He'll face the top of the Mason City order, Melman, Thomas, and Gold. Avery Melman popped out to second his first time up.
Shortstop, number 14, Avery Melman.
Mason City has 5 players in different positions than when they started the game. That's high school baseball. Pitch in the dirt from Cole to Melman, ball 1. Melman hasn't moved. He's still at shortstop. Didn't change any of the batting order. They just brought Thomas from center to pitcher, moved Gold from pitcher to first, moved Veith from first to third. As that pitch grounded left side, Jaime gets to it, ranging to his left, throw to first in timeout number 1. Finish the thought. You had Veith going first to third, Dalen going third to left, and Rivera going left to center. Carter Thomas singled his first time up back in the first inning. Righty to lefty here. Andrew Cole into the windup. And the pitch. Breaking ball fouled back to the screen. Strike 1. And again, that'll get Ryan Slack out of the dugout to pick up the foul ball. Ottumwa 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Mason City no runs, 3 hits, no errors. The 0-1. Inside corner strike, 0-2. Last time that Andrew Cole got to 0-2, he threw a pitch that got too much of the plate to Cooper Weeman and gave up a single. Let's see what he does here to Carter Thomas. The 0-2. That's lined into left field, and kind of a circular route to get to the ball, but Pedro Gonzalez makes the catch for out number 2.
Batting first baseman, number 12, Alex Gold.
Pedro looking into the sun there. He's got the sunglasses on. 2 down for Alex Gold. He flew out to left his first time up. The starting pitcher only went 2 innings, now playing first base. And again, I believe that was completely by design as Gold pitched the final inning of Game 1 and the first 2 innings of Game 2. Ended up with 49 pitches combined. That pitch down and away, ball 1. So I think that I'd have to look at the pitch count chart to be sure. I think that means that they probably wouldn't start him in their playoff game on Friday, but he would be available in relief. Here's the 1-0 from Andrew Cole, and it's lined in right field. That'll get down for a base hit. 1 hop to Rominger, who gets it back in. A 2-out single for Gold, and the batter Connor Dalen, who popped out to short his first time up. Dalen began the game at third base. He's now in left field. Gold getting a lead at first. He's not a big base stealer. A throw to first, though, to chase him back anyway. Shadows have now covered the mound and most of the right side of the infield, some of the left side as well. A lot of right field in shade, center and left still in sunshine. Pitch low and away to Dalen, ball 1. Each team now with 4 hits, but the Bulldogs have converted their hits into a pair of runs. Andrew Cole from the stretch in the 1-0. Liner, diving catch by Jesus Jaime to his left and the inning. He robbed Dalen of a hit and got the Bulldogs back into the dugout. What a play by Jesus Jaime. Full extension diving left. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the 4th inning. Bulldogs 2, Mohawks nothing. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Yes, the great outdoors is wide open. So why not make the most of it? Expand your family's freedom with the off-road's best. Like the only built-in GPS that doesn't require a cell connection. And group tracking that lets you spread out on the trail, but stay together for the journey. Polaris. Think outside.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate.
Top of the 4th inning. Bulldog Baseball brought to you by Shannon and the team at Dixon's Floors and More. Stop in today, check out the awesome showroom, and let Shannon give you a free estimate for flooring, cabinets, and fireplaces. Dixon's Floors and More, just past Walmart in Ottumwa. By Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse in Ottumwa. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for voting them as your favorite restaurant and pizza place. Proud to support the Bulldogs. And by the Ottumwa Community School District, where they are proud to engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Go Bulldogs. Another pitching change here for Mason City. Connor Weeman, the second baseman, is now pitching, so Weeman pitching to Weeman. Let's figure out the changes here. This is kind of turning into a bullpen game for Mason City. So let's see. Connor Dalen now goes from left field to second base. Carter Thomas went back to center, and Louis Rivera went back to left.
Leading off the top of the fourth inning for the Bulldogs, pitcher number 17, Andrew Cole.
Andrew Cole lead it off, singled to drive in a run and stole a base his first time up. Weeman's a side armor, and Cole swings and misses strike one. Boy, you don't see too many of those anymore. Connor Weeman dropping down and throwing full sidearm. That's not 3/4. He's coming all the way from the side. Slings it in there up and in, and the count even at 1-1. That's got to be tough for a right-handed hitter. And Ottumwa doesn't really have any lefties. The 1-1 pitch. That's hit in the air down the right field line. It's going foul. And will land up against the fence 1-2. Cole, McKinnon, and Delahoy. The three due up for Ottumwa here in the top of the fourth. Bulldogs leading 2-0. On the road at Roosevelt Field in Mason City, trying to get a split after dropping game 1 2-1. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 1. That brings up Colt McKinnon. He tried to bunt and fouled it right back to the catcher for an out in the second inning. The third baseman, Vythin, on the edge of the grass. First pitch to McKinnon. Up and in from the side armor, ball 1. Check those numbers on Connor Weeman. He's made 3 starts. This is his 5th appearance. He's 3-1 with a 1.33 ERA. 21 innings pitched. 11 hits allowed, 4 runs all earned, 4 walks, 6 hit batters. No surprise there. He struck out 11 opponents, hitting just 151 against him. Missed again with that pitch, and the count 2-0. The next offering, high chopper right back to Weeman on the mound. He will underhand to the bag at first for out number 2. Top of the order, Dominic Delahoy walked in the first, struck out in the second, 0 for 1. 2 out, nobody on, top 4. Bulldogs ahead 2-0. Again, game 1 and now game 2 have been fairly quick paced. You had low scoring. Pitch on the inside corner to Delahoy, 0-1. Now, the teams have put guys on base. They combined for 13 hits in game 1. They've combined for 8 hits here in game 2. That pitch in there for a strike, 0-2. It's slow. It's coming at your hip, and it's headed back over the plate. If you're a right-handed hitter, tough to judge. Now the 0-2. Called strike 3 in the outside corner, and that's a very, very quick top of the 4th. We go to the bottom half. Bulldogs 2, Mohawks nothing. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Gotta go all the way.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Ottumwa 2, Mason City nothing. Andrew Cole has thrown 3 shutout innings so far. He's scattered 4 hits. He has yet to walk a batter, and he struck out 1. He'll face Connor Weeman, Cooper Weeman, and Bradley Veith. Connor Weeman popped out to first base his first time up.
Leading off the home half of the fourth inning, the pitcher, number 9, Connor Wilson.
Weeman now the pitcher. So pitcher to pitcher, and Cole's pitch is high, ball 1. Andrew winds and delivers, and it hits Weeman in the side. Leadoff man on for Mason City for the first time in this game. That'll bring up Cooper Weeman, who singled his first time up.
Batting the catcher, number 1, Cooper Weeman.
Andrew Cole standing behind them, or standing near the rubber, waiting for Weeman to dig in, and now Weeman does. A throw to first, and Connor Weeman dives back in safely. Connor Weeman, 9 for 9 in stolen base tries coming into the doubleheader. The pitch here, swing and a miss. Got him to chase a breaking ball, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Cole from the stretch, the pitch. That breaking ball stayed high, 1-1. Pitch count, not any kind of an issue for Andrew right now. He's only at 37 pitches here in the fourth inning. Throw to first, and again back in safely is Connor Weeman. It's almost leading 2-0. Mason City with the leadoff man on via a hit batter here in the bottom of the fourth. Now the 1-1. Driven deep to left down the line. That will be a fair ball on the chalk, rolling to the corner. Connor Weeman heading for third. They're going to put the stop sign on. They're going to wave him. Here's Mitch's throw to the plate. The catch, and it's offline. Safe is Connor Weeman. It's 2-1 on the RBI double by Cooper Weeman. Boy, Ottumwa could have had him. The third base coach put up the stop sign, then changed his mind and waved him around third. Mitch Wood turned and had time to throw him out at the plate. If that ball is on line, he's out by 5 feet, but the throw took Julian Moore into foul territory, and he couldn't reach back far enough to make the tag. So Mason City on the board. The hit batter comes back to haunt Ottumwa. And here's Bradley Veith, who was called out on strikes his first time up. Runner at second. That's a tying run with nobody out. And now Andrew Cole with some work to do if he wants Ottumwa to stay in front. The pitch. Breaking ball strike, 0-1, buckled the knees of Veith. Mason City now out hitting Ottumwa 5-4. Cole's 0-1. Strike at the knees, 0-2. He's coming right after Veith. Veith digs back in. Cole could use a punch out right here. He's already gotten him once. The 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. Mitch Wood will pick it up in front of the bag at second and throw to first for the out. Down to the third goes Weeman. He's there with one away. And that'll bring up Alex Dietz, who singled his first time up.
Now batting the DH, number 15, Alex Dietz.
Dietz will stand in. And Ottumwa's going to bring the infield in. They don't want to give up the tying run here with one out in the fourth inning. The pitch. Breaking ball strike, 0-1. Well, a strikeout or a pop-up or a ground ball right to an Ottumwa infielder. Be interesting to see on a ground ball whether they send him or not. They have the contact play on, or is it wait and see? The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on a breaking ball, 0-2. Cole has not been throwing waste pitches when he gets ahead 0-2. It hurt him a little bit earlier in the game. Didn't cost him a run. Let's see where he goes on this 0-2 pitch to Dietz. The pitch. A little bit outside. Not a bad 0-2 pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dietz will dig back in. Rivera on deck. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and a big second out for Andrew Cole, his second strikeout. Now he faces Rivera, who flew out to deep left his first time up. Runner at third, 2 down, a run home for Mason City. The Bulldog lead cut to 2-1. Rivera kind of crowding the plate there. Well, that back foot really crowding the plate. The pitch. Breaking ball low, 1-0. The infield, of course, is backed up with 2 outs. Now the 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Bulldogs wanted that call, didn't get it. Two balls, no strikes. A hitter's count for Rivera as he tries to tie the game for Mason City. Andrew Cole trying to make a good pitch right here. It's way outside, though. 3-0. You got the shortstop, Melman, on deck. Runner at third, 2 down. That's somewhat clinging to that 2-1 lead in the bottom of the fourth. The 3-0. Strike at the knees. Rivera taking all the way, 3-1. Believe he was 3-0 on him last time, got it back to 3-2, and then retired him on the deep fly to left that Gonzalez ran down in the corner. 3-1 here. And the pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and again we go back to 3-2. Well, the critical pitch coming up right here, 3-2, 2 out. Potential tying run at third. Ottumwa leading 2-1 bottom of the fourth inning. Outfield shading Rivera to pull. McKinnon is over towards left center. The 3-2. High ball 4. That never had a chance. First walk issued by Andrew Cole. It doesn't hurt him at the moment, but it does bring up Avery Melman, who's 0 for 2. And Melman, by the numbers, a much more dangerous hitter. Rivera came in batting 136. Melman batting 317. Inning started with a hit batter, then Cooper Weeman doubled to drive him home. Weeman went to third on a ground out by Veit. Dietz struck out, but now Rivera walks. And here's Melman. First pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. A good start for Cole. Melman will dig back in. Cole will come set. The 0-1. In the dirt, good stop by Moore. 1 ball, 1 strike. Important to pick that clean in the dirt. You keep it in front of you, the runner can't come home from third, but if it bounces out in front of the plate far enough, the runner on first might go to second. Then you're in a situation where base hit could actually put you behind. So good job by Julian Moore. The 1-1 breaking ball, that sailed behind it, Melman, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Cooper Weeman, the runner at third. Louis Rivera, the runner at first. Outfield a little more straight away for Melman. The 2-1. High drive to the left. Gonzalez going back, still going back. That ball is over his head. 1 run is in. They are holding Rivera at third. It's an RBI double for Avery Melman, and this game is tied at 2. And now with second and third 2 down, the batter Carter Thomas, who's 1 for 2 with a single. And a base hit could not only put Mason City in front, but give him a 2-run lead. Bulldogs' 2-run lead is evaporated here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and now Andrew Cole just trying to keep the game tied going to the fifth. But he's got to get out a good hitter in Thomas. Righty to lefty the pitch. Tried to check his swing, went around, and strike 1. First time I've looked down towards where the Ottumwa pin is. I can't see it very well. It doesn't look like there's anyone throwing at the moment. Here's the 0-1. A little flare out into shallow left center, and a diving McKinnon cannot get there. That's going to score 2. Thomas around second, and he fell down, putting on the brakes. Throw back to second, gets away, but it's backed up by Trey Swartz. It's a 2-run dying quail of a double for Thomas, and it's 4-2 Mason City. Well, that ball just kept tailing away from Colt McKinnon, and I think he thought off the bat he could get to it, but between the slice on that ball and whatever wind is left, just was not meant to be. Didn't hit it hard, but hit it in the right spot. And now Luke Gomet, the pitching coach, out to talk to Cole before Alex Gold bats. Boy, Andrew was cruising through 3 innings, but the hit batter in the double put Mason City on the board. Cole got the next 2 guys, had a chance to get out of it, but he walked the number 9 hitter, and that set him up for back-to-back doubles by Melman and Thomas. There's certain hitters you really should not walk. And no offense to Louis Rivera, but you should not walk a number 9 hitter batting in the 130s to bring up a Division I recruit batting over 300. So Coach Gomez still going over things with Andrew. Umpire still has not started the walk out to the mound to put an end to it. And the conference breaks up before he decides to do so. So here's Gold. And by the way, that takes Gold off the hook. He pitched 2 innings and allowed the game's first run. If Ottumwa had kept the lead throughout, Gold would have gotten the loss, but now he gets a no decision. Runner at second, 2 down. Ottumwa now down 4-2, and Andrew Cole is trying to keep it from getting worse. First pitch. Breaking ball didn't come back to the outside corner. Called the ball, 1-0. Gold, the 8th man to bat in this inning. 4 runs home. They've had 3 doubles. 2 were no doubt doubles. That third one, that dying quail, and it became a double when McKinnon dove at it and couldn't get to it. The 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. Boy, you're in the rough part of the order here for a pitcher. Gold, Dalen on deck. Connor Weeman in the hole. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch on the way. Inside corner, strike 1. The light's starting to take a little bit of effect here at Roosevelt Field. Andrew Cole's 2-1 pitch to Alex Gold is low and away, 3-1. Saying Roosevelt Field again made me wonder something. I looked it up. Mason City did play Des Moines Roosevelt this year, but that game was in Des Moines, I think. Here's a 3-1. There's a drive to right, pretty well hit. Going back, Rominger, that's going to be over his head. Rolling all the way to the fence. Gold headed for second. It's an RBI double, and it is 5-2. And this inning coming apart at the seams with 2 out for Ottumwa now. You walk that number 9 hitter with 2 out. Yeah, it's too bad that Roosevelt Mason City doubleheader wasn't here in Mason City. You'd have had Des Moines Roosevelt playing at Roosevelt Field. Coach Yeager out of the dugout, and that's going to be all for Andrew Cole. Called the bullpen for Ottumwa here, so we will take a 30-second timeout. Come back and tell you who the new pitcher is on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free, no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Mason City 5, Ottumwa 2. All 5 runs for Mason City scoring here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and the Bulldogs have gone to the bullpen here. And I'm trying to read the number on the tall young right-hander who's taking the mound. That's Thomas Mitchell, who's come out of the pen. Mitchell the junior making his 4th appearance. He is 0-1 with an ERA over 13. Only 3 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 8 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned, 2 walks, 3 hit batters, 1 strikeout. Opponents hitting .320 against him. Andrew Cole was cruising through 3 innings, but he ran into a 2-out buzzsaw here in the 4th. Went 3 2/3. Gave up 4 doubles in the inning. 8 hits in the game. He's been charged with 5 runs, and he's responsible for the runner at second. He only walked 1, and he struck out 2, but that walk was oh so critical. It came with 2 outs here in this 4th inning. Walked the number 9 hitter, Louis Rivera. And instead of getting out of the inning with only 1 run scoring and Ottumwa still having the lead, it brought the top of the order around, and he's given up 3 straight doubles to Melman, Thomas, and Gold. Gold out at second. The batter, Connor Dalen, the number 9 man of the order. He popped out a short his first time up and then hit a screaming line drive, was robbed of a base hit on a diving catch by Jesus Jaime at third base. So Mitchell has a simple job here. Retire 1 man to get Ottumwa back to the dugout while they're still within shouting distance. They trail Mason City 5-2. Had a 2-0 lead when we started this 4th inning. And I shouldn't have said anything about the game going on at a quick pace. First pitch sails over the head of Dalen for ball 1. The 9th man to bat in the inning, Mason City batting around here in the 4th. Now that cool breeze blowing in. There are some fans that are bundling up a little bit. Here in the middle of July. The 1-0. Over his head again. Mitchell hasn't found the range yet. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Thomas's pitch. Fouled back. Ricocheting off the middle bleachers, and the count 2-1. Dalen took a cut at that ball like he was trying to hit it all the way back to Mason City High School. We're not on the high school campus. Roosevelt Field located between Roosevelt Elementary School and Lincoln Intermediate School. Now the 2-1. Stayed high again, 3-1. Connor Weeman on deck. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 out runner at second, 5 home for Mason City. They lead 5-2, bottom 4. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And he had Dalen out in front that time. Let's see if Mitchell can punch him out here. The 3-2 in the dirt, ball 4. Connor Weeman will bat for the second time in the inning. He was hit by a pitch to lead off this inning. An inauspicious start to the frame, but it didn't really get bad until there were 2 out. Runners at first and second, so you've got to force out at any of the 3 bases now. Mitchell comes set, and the pitch. Popped it up. Who wants it? Trey Swartz in on the grass right side. Makes the catch to retire the side. So the walk doesn't hurt Mitchell, and he does his job to get out of the inning with no further damage. But 5 runs score on 4 hits. And there were 2 men left on base. We go to the 5th inning. Work to do for the Dogs. They trail Mason City 5-2. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
You be scared of John, watch me lead though.
Top of the 5th inning, Bulldog baseball. Brought to you by Cole Palace Cafe and Books on West Main Street in Ottumwa, by the Train Depot, good quality gourmet food selections, and by Family First Chiropractic, where their goal is to get your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for life. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street in Ottumwa. Mason City has turned it around. They lead Ottumwa 5-2, and now the Bulldogs have to deal with that side-arming righty Connor Weeman, trailing by 3 runs. Mitch Wood will lead it off, followed by Jesus Jaime and Brody Evans. Wood is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Weeman's first pitch, and a deep drive to the left, but foul. That's got home run distance, but well foul for Mitch Wood, 0-1. I'm not sure Mason City will get that ball back. They may find that rattling around somewhere on the lawn of Roosevelt Elementary School next week. 0-1, the next pitch. Low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wood hoping to get a pitch he can straighten out a little bit more. Weeman does not throw hard. The 1-1. Off the plate outside, 2-1. Wood digs back in. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low and away, 3-1. Jesus Jaime on deck. 3 balls and a strike. Hitters count for Mitch Wood. It's on its way. And a foul to the over the screen into the bleachers. Look out in the top row there. Count fills at 3-2. ball slowly rolling all the way back down the bleachers of the front row. 3-2 to Mitch Wood, leading off the 5th inning. The payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 1. That brings up Jesus Jaime 0 for 1 with a walk.
Third baseman number 24, Jesus Jaime.
One out, nobody on. Ottumwa down 3. The pitch fouled back to the screen by Jaime, 0-1. The wind by Weeman in the pitch. That one stayed high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomorrow night, Bulldogs at home. Baseball only versus Des Moines East. Doubleheader starting at 5 here on KBIZ and on the live video stream. That will end the regular season, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Boy, if Jesus had gotten a hold of that one, it might have hit the light tower over the left field fence. Instead, it's 1-2. Jesus will try to protect the plate here. The 1-2 pitch. Low and away, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to the Bulldog third baseman with Brody Evans on deck. The right-hander's 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. That's a tough pitch to take. That's the one that Mitch swung and missed on for strike 3 a moment ago. Jaime's got to look at a 3-2 pitch. It's on its way from Weeman. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 2. Man, this kid doesn't throw hard, but he's tough to pick up. That's already 4 strikeouts in the 5 batters he's faced. The only one who didn't strike out was McKinnon, who grounded it back to the mound. Brody Evans has struck out. He's also laid down a sacrifice bunt. First pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. I am really wishing we had a good left-handed hitter. Here's the 0-1. It's a foul back to the screen, 0-2. I have a feeling that a lefty would see these pitches and think he died and gone to heaven, because they'd all be coming into him, into his hitting zone, instead of moving away from him. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Connor Weeman strikes out the side. He struck out 5 in 2 innings. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Ottumwa down 5-2. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says, "I love you" for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I ain't choose the gang chose me.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Thomas Mitchell still on the mound in relief for Ottumwa. His job is to keep Mason City right where they are. As the Bulldogs trail the Mohawks 5-2 here at Roosevelt Field in northern Iowa. The Mohawks will have Cooper Weeman, Bradley Veith, Alex Dietz, 6, 7, and 8 in their batting order due up. Lights have taken near full effect now here in Mason City. Mohawks 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Ottumwa 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Bulldogs single runs in the second and third innings, but then Mason City exploded for a 5-run fourth. It is the only inning, that fourth inning, the only inning in this doubleheader where anybody scored more than 1 run. Mason City won game 1, 2-1. Cooper Weeman has singled and doubled. He's driven in a run. He scored a run. Before the inning begins, Thomas Mitchell calls Julian Moore out for a quick chat. And now Cooper Weeman will step in. Mitchell's pitch. Strike at the knees, 0-1. The Mohawk catcher digs back in. White batting gloves, waving a red bat. Here's the 0-1. Chopper foul behind the plate, 0-2. So Mitchell works ahead of Weeman here, 0-2. Bradley Veith on deck. Weeman digs back in. And Mitchell brings home the 0-2. Chopper to third, backing up on it and fielding it cleanly as Jaime. Long throw across on the money. Got him out number 1. Nice play, Jesus Jaime. Not as spectacular as the diving catch in the third inning, but a very solid play and a great throw from behind the bag at third. 1 down for Bradley Veith, who was struck out and grounded out 0-2. First pitch to Veith. Missed, blowing away, ball 1. Mitchell working from the first base side of the rubber. The righty's 1-0 pitch. Fouled off the mask of the umpire, I believe. Even the count even at a ball and a strike. So Julian Moore immediately turn around to see if the ump was okay. And now Moore out to talk to Mitchell as he brings the foul ball back to him. 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom 5, Ottumwa down 5-2 as Mason City bats. Mitchell looks in, gets the sign. Now the 1-1. And it came inside and hit him in the back. So Veith, the 1 out. Base runner at first. Alex Dietz, the batter, 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout.
For the Mohawks, number 15, the DH, Alex Dietz.
Mason City wants a pinch runner here for Veith. We'll see who comes out of the dugout. Would appear to be Nick Lavarado, a freshman. Or check that. They say it's Justin Rivera who's wearing a different number than the number I have on the roster. So Rivera now running at first with one out. A throw to first will chase him back on a dive. See if the young man has done much running this season. He's 2 for 2 in stolen base tries. When I say young man, I'm not kidding. He is just out of 8th grade. First pitch. Ground ball. Foul. Just fouled down the third baseline is the ruling of the home plate umpire. Strike one. That ball was skirting the line all the way down. He would have to go over the bag to be fair. The ump was looking right down the line. He said it was foul. 0-1. Jaime fielded it cleanly behind the bag, and I was expecting him to uncork another one of those rifle throws, but didn't have to. 0-1 to Dietz. A long pause by Mitchell in the pitch. Poked in the air, foul off to the right out of play, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out for Mason City. Bottom 5, Ottumwa trailing 5-2. Dietz will dig back in. Rivera getting the lead at first. Mitchell's 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's out number 2. First strikeout for Thomas Mitchell tonight. And that'll bring up Louis Rivera. He flew out in the second. His 2-out walk in the 4th inning allowed Mason City to turn what had been a 1-run inning into a 5-run explosion, because the next 3 hitters all doubled to drive starter Andrew Cole from the game. Throw to first, and Justin Rivera dives back in. Louis Rivera digs back in. Righty to righty, instead another throw to first. Rivera out of the box for a moment, now digs back in. Mitchell from the stretch. Now the pitch. Strike of the knees on the inside corner, 0-1. Mason City 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Ottumwa 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Mitchell again from the stretch. The 0-1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Have not heard about a Game 2 update from softball at Ottumwa at Mason City. We know that the Bulldogs won Game 1 4-0. Mitchell from the stretch. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. It got behind Moore, and down to second goes Justin Rivera. I believe the pitch was in the dirt, so you're looking at a wild pitch, even though it was swung on and missed for a strike. And the count goes to 1-2. Louis Rivera digs back in, now with the man in scoring position. Mitchell comes set. Thomas's 1-2 pitch. And that hit the bat behind Rivera, so it's a foul ball. That breaking ball never took the break. Rivera never moved. The ball went behind him and hit his bat, and that is simply a foul ball. Still 1-2. Now, I won't say I've never seen that before, but it's rare. Now Mitchell's 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Rivera's already on his way back to the dugout. Moore threw down to first to complete the putout, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a man left after 5. Mason City 5, Ottumwa 2. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning, Bulldog Baseball brought to you by Lisco, Southeast Iowa's leader in fiber optic telecommunications. Lisco of Fairfield. And by River Hills Community Health Center with locations in Ottumwa, Centerville, Oskaloosa, Richland, and Sigourney. They've been growing healthy communities for over 20 years. Visit riverhillshealth.org for updates and more information, or find them on Facebook. Mason City 5, Ottumwa 2, getting late for the Bulldogs in Game 2, top of the 6th inning. Trey Swartz, Blaze Rominger, Pedro Gonzalez, 5, 6, and 7 in the dog order. Against the side-arming righty, Connor Weeman, who has been unhittable. Blown away to Swartz, ball 1. Trey has an RBI ground out. He's 0 for 2 overall. The 1-0 liner through the whole left side, base hit. There's what we've been hoping for from Trey Swartz. He hits a line drive and it gets through. It's a base hit. That's got to feel good for the young man. He's been scuffling all year. He's had several swings the last 2 weeks that should have gotten him out of the funk, but they were right at somebody. This time he finds a hole. And after Weeman had struck out 5 of the first 6 batters he faced, Swartz greets him to start the 6th inning with a clean single. Blaze Rominger, the batter, he's walked and singled. He scored a run. And the pitch. Hit him in the back. And all of a sudden, first and second with nobody out. Well, Connor Weeman is a little bit prone to those hit batters. That is his 7th of the year. And the batter,
Pitcher, number 18, Tyler Mitchell.
is Tyler Mitchell. Two on, nobody out. The pitch. In there for a strike 0-1, no sign of a bunt from Mitchell. So when Mitchell came on to pitch in the 4th inning, he took Pedro Gonzalez's spot in the batting order. Andrew Cole went to left field. Throw to second, not in time, as Schwartz dives back in safely. Bulldogs down 5-2, but Mitchell's the tying run at the plate. On the season, Mitchell 3 for 12 with an RBI. Shows bunt. Got the bunt down. Good bunt. Fielded by Seaman. Has only played at first. It's in time for the out. And runners advance to second and third with one away. A sacrifice 1-4. As Dalen, the second baseman, had to cover first. Here's Andrew Cole. Now, he's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. He struck out his last time up. That was the first batter that Weeman faced. The third baseman, Veith, is playing in on the grass. Everybody else back. Put a ball in play, not at Veith to the pitcher. You got to run home. That ball drops low to Cole, 1-0. Couple of runners on, if nothing else, barring a weird double play, the Bulldogs have guaranteed that Mitch Wood and Jesus Jaime will bat again tonight. That pitch came in and it hit Cole in the leg. And the bases are loaded with one out for Colton McKinnon, who was fouled out and grounded out 0 for 2.
Batting center fielder, number 27, Colton McKinnon.
Now that actually lessens the chance of a bunt here because it's now a force out at home. Veith is still on the edge of the grass at third, and he's kind of keeping Schwartz close at third. The first baseman, Gold, was creeping in, but now he backs up. Bases full of dogs, one out. Ottumwa down 5-2, but mounting a threat here in the top of the 6th. The pitch. Fly ball, shallow center. I don't know if this is deep enough. Coming in is making the catch is Thomas. And not trying to score was Schwartz. No way he could. That's not what Ottumwa needed there. A shallow fly out, 2 down. And it's up to Dominic Delahoy, who is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts and a walk. He struck out the first time he faced Weeman back in the 4th inning. Boy, if that pitch comes inside, Delahoy should probably not bother getting out of the way. The pitch. Outside, ball 1. Dominic can somehow find his way on base. He would score a run, and it would get Mitch Wood to the plate. The 1-0. Fouled off to the right. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Weeman comes set. Here's the 1-1. Caught the inside corner 1-2. Well, Dominic is willing to take pitches. His last two times up, though, he has taken strike three. He cannot afford to be taking here if it's close. 1-2. The pitch. Stayed inside that time, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Delahoy has to protect the plate. Bases loaded. The pitch. Got him on the shoulder. That'll be an RBI on a hit batter. It's 5-3. Third hit batter of the inning, and it's almost got a run there within two. Scoring is Swartz. Rominger to third. Cole to second. And now, with the tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first, here is Mitch Wood. 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. He struck out against Weeman back in the 5th inning. Here in the 6th, he's got a chance. A base hit could tie this game. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Boy, Weeman was rolling along. He'd struck out 5 in his first 2 innings of work. Struck out the side. Wood, Jaime Evans in the 5th. But now he's allowed a run. He's hit 3 batters, and the Bulldogs are threatening here in the 6th. The 1-0. Line foul off to the right out of play. And Reeves hit a ball and a strike. I said at the beginning of Delahoy's at bat, that ball comes inside, don't bail, and Dominic didn't lean into it, but he didn't really duck out of the way. As soft as Weeman throws, that wasn't going to hurt him anyway. 1-1. Fake to third. They did throw to third, but Rominger dived back in safely. Still 1-1 to Wood with the bases loaded and 2 down. Ottumwa down 5-3. The pitch. Popped it up right side. Foul territory playable for Gold. The first baseman makes the catch. And the side is retired. Ottumwa gets a run closer on a hit, but they leave 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Mason City 5, Bulldogs 3. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I do it for the love of it.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Mason City 5, Ottumwa 3. The Bulldogs have decided that their best chance to have a chance in the 7th inning is to let Mitch Wood pitch the 6th inning. Wood comes in from shortstop. He's hard to hit. One problem for Mitch is he can be wild at times. Wood is 0-3. He's made 2 starts, his 5th appearance overall. ERA 6.72. He does have a save. 5 and a. Well, the varsity mound stats print out so small. 8 1/3 innings pitched, pardon me. He's only allowed 5 hits. 12 runs allowed, 8 earned. He has walked 11 and hit 3 batters. He struck out 18. Opponents are hitting 109 against him. If he could ever improve the command, he'd be almost unhittable. Trying to figure out exactly what Ottumwa has done defensively behind him. Usually what they do is they move De La Hoya to short and put Max Thomason in at second. But I'm not sure that's Thomason out at second base. I think that's Dominic at short. Maybe we'll get a better look at the numbers after Julian Moore throws down to second. Bulldogs down 5-3. That is indeed De La Hoya now at short. I cannot pick up the number of who's at second for Ottumwa. I assume it's Max Thomason, but I'll try to get a better look if I can. If it is Thomason, he'd be batting in the number 7 spot in the order where Tyler Mitchell had been. Or Thomas Mitchell, I'm sorry. Why did I write Tyler? Maybe I was thinking of Tyler Shark who pitched game 1. Thomas Mitchell. I didn't call him Thomas. I didn't call him Tyler until I looked at what I'd written in my book. Top of the order for Mason City anyway. Avery Melman, Carter Thomas, Alex Gold. Melman is 1 for 3. He hit the RBI double in the 4th inning that tied the game at 2, part of a 5-run Mason City rally. It's now 5-3. And a swing and a miss. 0-1. Melman knew he was going to get the heat from Wood. He tried to catch up to it and swung right through it. 0-1. Well, now you've got 2 Division I recruits going at each other. The 0-1. Breaking ball dropped in there, strike 2. Melman was ducking out of the way. And that gets a few oohs and ahs from the Ottumwa fans and the dugout. 0-2. Wood winds and delivers. Way outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Five runs, 8 hits, no errors for Mason City. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Ottumwa. The 1-2. That breaking ball stayed high, 2-2. And this is where Wood needs to rein it in. Two balls, 2 strikes. He got ahead. Now it's even. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2. Wood's 0-3, as we mentioned. He's had some tough luck losses. That one in Ames was an all-timer for tough luck. 2-1 in 10 innings. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on the high heat for out number 1. Carter Thomas, the batter. He's 2 for 3 with a single, a 2-run double, and a run scored. I hate to bring up the bad memories, but we were in Ames. We had a 1-0 lead. Colton McKinnon had pitched great. Mitch Wood came out to get the save. After McKinnon had given up a leadoff runner, Ames advanced into 3rd with 2 out. Wood was in the process of getting a strikeout for the 3rd out, but the 2nd strike was dropped for a pass ball that got away, allowed the tying run to score. How's that for bad luck? Pitch in the dirt, ball 1 to the left-handed batting Thomas. Then in the 10th inning, Ames had a runner at second, and Wood gave up a deep fly ball to the left. I don't remember who was playing left field. I don't want to throw him under the bus anyway, but it was dropped out on the track in left field. He was under it, but he dropped it. I pitch up high 2-0. It was a double. Now, the runner on second only went to third, but then the relay throw to third got away, and that allowed the winning run to score for Ames. So Mitch Wood went from a save to a loss on a pass ball and a double error. There's a strike to Thomas, 2-1. One out, nobody on, bottom 6, Ottumwa down 2. The 2-1 pitch. That is fouled off into the Ottumwa dugout. And the count even at 2-2. It was one of those lookout balls. Everybody's okay. 2-2 to Carter Thomas. Alex Gold on deck. Mitch Wood winds and delivers. Inside and high with the fastball, 3-2. Well, Wood went 3-2 on Melman and got him on strikes. Let's see what he can do with Thomas. The junior winds and the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. 1 on, 1 out. Alex Gold, the batter. 2 for 3, a single and an RBI double. By the way, let's give Thomas Mitchell a little credit. He threw an inning in the third. He stopped the bleeding in the fourth inning and then didn't allow a run in the fifth. So he did his job and kept Ottumwa in the game. Now Wood to Gold, the pitch. Right down Broadway, 0-1. The line on Thomas Mitchell, an inning and a third, no runs, no hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 21 pitches. Woods 0-1 to Gold, runner goes, pitch is outside, the throw down to second, not in time. Thomas steals second, he's an insurance run out there, count even at a ball and a strike to Gold. Gold out of the box for a moment. Now the left-handed batting first baseman digs back in. Woods 1-1. Fly ball. Center field. Oh, they can't find it. It went over to left center. McKinnon couldn't find it. Out to pick it up in left center is Delahoy, the shortstop, and into second is Gold with a bloop double. That ball got above the lights. It's twilight here in Mason City, and McKinnon had no idea where it was. Now, Thomas could only get to third because it looked like a routine fly ball. He was going back to second. But now second and third one out. Well, we see that every now and then at home at Legion Memorial Field. And over the years, that's cost us a couple of games. Here, it's given Mason City a second and third opportunity for Connor Dalen, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. That pitch bounced away from Julian Moore, but he recovered it behind the plate and the runner's hold. Ball 1. Infield is in for Ottumwa. Perhaps that's Thomas Mitchell at second base. Doesn't look like 20 out there. Mitchell might have just moved to second. So it's 1-0 to Dalen. And the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Mitch Wood's probably thinking that after what happened on the last play, the fly ball, that neither, Colt McKinnon didn't see it, but let's be fair, out in left field, Andrew Cole didn't see it either. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. I think Wood right now is thinking, all right, I'm going to have to get a couple of strikeouts here to get out of this one. Now, that certainly is well within his capabilities. He's ahead of Dalen 1-2 with Connor Weeman on deck. Infield is in. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, there's his second strikeout of the inning. Dalen heads back to the dugout, and here is Connor Weeman. He's popped out to first twice. In between, though, he was hit by a pitch. That was the first batter of that 5-run fourth inning. So he was hit by a pitch to start the fourth inning, scored a run, and then ended up popping out to end the fourth inning. There's a joke in there about being the alpha and the omega of the fourth inning, but I'll just leave it at that. Right-hander to right-hander, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. By the way, that is a double on that blooper for Gold. You don't really give an error. You can't give an error on a ball that landed, 40 feet away from anybody. Time now called as Wood steps off the rubber. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Mohawks. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Bulldogs. Second and third, 2 down, bottom 6. The 0-1. Breaking ball sailed over the head of Weeman. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wood trying to pitch around that walk and the bloop double. Strand the 2 right. Runner coming home to the plate. The pitch is low and stealing home. And then now the throw to third and safe at third. And the ball went into left field. Here comes a second runner home. And he will score, and it's 7-3. Carter Thomas, a clean steal of home. Mitch Wood never saw him run. And then when belatedly Gold took off for third, Julian Moore's throw went into left field, and Gold scores on the air. Now, was that maybe a minor detail now that Ottumwa was down 4, but was that a pitch that was in the dirt, or did Wood step off the rubber and try to throw home? If that's a pitch, it was in the dirt. It should be 2-1. The next offering, check swing, no swing. They appeal to first. And the count 3-1. 2 out, nobody on. Boy, Mason City flat out stole 2 runs there. It's been a long time since I've seen a straight steal of home. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2. And again, the frustrating thing is Ottumwa should have been out of the inning if they just seen the routine fly ball to left center. They lost it in the lights. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. So Wood struck out the side. But Mason City gets 2 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error and nobody left. Last chance for Ottumwa. They need 4 to tie, 5 to take the lead. 7-3 Mason City going top 7. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people with goals, people who want to save more, people that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you, great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate, dominate.
Top of the 7th inning. Ottumwa saw the mountain get taller in the bottom of the 6th. They trail Mason City 7-3. Boy, how this game has turned on the littlest things. Mason City turned a 1-run inning into a 5-run inning in the 4th after their number 9 hitter drew a 2-out walk. That allowed the top 3 in the order come up and hit 3 consecutive doubles. Ottumwa had a chance to get back into it in the 6th inning. They loaded the bases with 1 out. Colton McKinnon, the number 9 hitter, after seeing how wild the pitcher had become, swung at the first pitch he saw and flew out to center. Bulldogs did get a run after that when Delahoy was hit by a pitch, but with the bases loaded and 2 out, Mitch Wood popped out. Then in the bottom of the 6th inning, after a 1-out walk, Alex Gold hit what should have been a routine fly to left center. Both the Ottumwa outfielders never saw it in the lights. As Jaime pops up the first pitch, right side, it'll be the first baseman Gold to make the catch for out number 1. And so after that bloop double, Mitch Wood did strike out the second man, but with 2 out and runners at 2nd and 3rd, the inning should have been over. Carter Thomas stole home, and then when Alex Gold tried to steal 3rd behind him, the ball was thrown into left field for an error that allowed a 2nd run to score. Brody Evans, the batter, 0 for 2 with the sacrifice. The pitch from Weeman, low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. So Ottumwa was 2 outs away from being swept here at Mason City tonight. But you can make the argument that if you don't walk Rivera, you retire him, that ends that 4th inning with only 1 run scoring. As the 2-0 is hit in the air, left side, behind the bag at 3rd. That landed fair, rolling into foul territory, and Evans has a bloop single with 1 out here in the 7th. To finish the thought, you retire Rivera, that's a 1-run 4th instead of a 5-run 4th. And then in that 7th inning, you catch that fly ball. You never get to the point where Carter Thomas is trying to steal home. Here's Trey Swartz. 1 for 3, a single, an RBI, and a run scored. And that pitch in the dirt, knocked down by the catcher Weeman, ball 1. And really, both these games have turned on plays that could have gone the other way. You remember game 1, The next to last pitch was a steal of second, where pretty much everybody in the park was convinced the guy was out at second except for the umpire. Then one pitch later, the game was over. Throw to first, not in time. If that game one play had been ruled caught stealing, it would have been the third out, and we'd gone to extra innings. Here's the 1-0, and Swartz lines it to left. That's down the line. That's fair. It'll be, and the left fielder fell down and went over his head. Evans racing for third. They'll put up the stop sign as Rivera gets it back in, but that is a double for Trey Swartz, and he has tattooed the ball his last two at-bats. I'll tell you what, Connor Weeman, that sidearm righty, he's fooled a number of Ottumwa hitters. He has not fooled Trey Swartz. And boy, oh boy, how important now was that drop fly ball that eventually led to those two Mason City runs in the bottom of the sixth. If it was 5-3, that'd be the tying runs at second and third with one out. And here's Rominger. And takes a pitch on the inside corner, 0-1. Blaze hasn't been retired in this game. He walked and scored in the second, singled in the third, and was hit by a pitch in the sixth. Third baseman Veith is in on the grass as Blaze swings and fouls at 0-2. Everybody else in the infield back. I'm a little surprised that Veith isn't playing back, although maybe he wants to take away the possibility of a bunt. He backs up a little bit now. He's also keeping the runner close at third. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off as Blaze spoiled a pretty good pitch from Weeman and stays alive. Weeman in line to get the win here. As the 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike three for out number 2. Ottumwa's last hope. No, that's 19, not 18. Ottumwa's last hope is Bailey Engel. Maybe that was Engel who came in. I think must have been Engel who came in to play second base. They don't announce. 19 on my roster is Engel. I pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Second and third, 2 out, a 1-1 count. And the pitch. Blown away, 2-1. Well, you load the bases, the tying runs on deck. That's Andrew Cole. Now the 2-1. Lifted in the air, foul off to the right. That'll land just beyond the Mason City dugout. Alex Gold gave it a run, but it was never going to get there. 2-2, and the Bulldogs are down to their final strike. Trailing 7-3 here in the top of the seventh. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chased one outside, and the ball game is over. Mason City wins game 2. They get a sweep by a final of 7-3. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, come back and get you the totals on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa School. Building relationships, foundations for success. Helping every student to achieve their best. Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa Schools.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at Mike'sPizzaSteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free, no obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Roosevelt Field in Mason City, where it turned out to be a frustrating night for the Ottumwa baseball team. A few little things here and there, and they end up falling in both games to the Mohawks of Mason City. Game 1, 2-1, and then game 2, 7-3. The game 2 totals for the Mohawks: 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 7 left on base. Connor Weeman gets the win in relief. He's now 4-1. For Ottumwa, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 10 left on base. Andrew Cole takes the loss. He is 2-1. The ball game took 2 hours and 1 minute to complete. Ottumwa will leave here at 9-10 with 2 more games to go in the regular season. Mason City will end its regular season with a record of 13-7 and get ready for the sub-state playoffs on Friday. We'll take one more 3-minute timeout, come back and wrap up the night on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at Mike'sPizzaSteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
Hi, I'm Mark Frimeware, new owner of Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, Iowa. Call us at Champion Bowl to join the fun. We have new hours to better serve you. We are open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to midnight, and noon to 10 every Sunday. If you just want to hang out in the lounge, we have a full bar and a great menu. Make sure and like us on Facebook for weekly fun and special at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, where bowling is fun.
Yes, the great outdoors is wide open. So why not make the most of it? Expand your family's freedom with the off-road's best. Like the only built-in GPS that doesn't require a cell connection. And group tracking that lets you spread out on the trail, but stay together for the journey. Polaris. Think outside.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
Cole Palace Cafe and Books invites you to stop in and try their real, not fast, fresh, never frozen, made in-house menu, which is sure to satisfy. Start your day with their fresh brewed coffee or one of their specialty drinks and a delicious breakfast. Stop in for a cup of one of their homemade soups, a sandwich, or salad for lunch. Don't forget dessert. At Cole Palace Cafe and Books, your purchases help our neighbors with disabilities learn valuable job skills. Check out their gently used books while you wait. That's Cole Palace Cafe and Books at 226 West Main Street, Ottumwa.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time tonight to Roosevelt Field in Mason City, where the Bulldogs fall twice to the Mohawks, 2-1 and 7-3. Our next broadcast of Ottumwa High Athletics tomorrow night, we have the baseball regular season finale, a doubleheader at home versus Des Moines East. First pitch at 5 o'clock on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and the live video stream at ottumwaradio.com. Let's thank all our sponsors one more time: Meridian Credit Union, Patrita Orthodontics, Champion Bowl, Community First Credit Union, Slayton Polaris, Sonic Drive-In, Dixon's Floors and More, Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse, the Ottumwa Community School District, Cole Palace Cafe and Books, Family First Chiropractic, Lisco, and River Hills Community Health Center. A big thank you to Bulldog head coach John Yeager for helping us prepare for the broadcast tonight. And a big thank you to both of our producers, Annie Argo, the on-site video producer, and Brandon Drew running the radio broadcast back at the KBIZ studios. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa High Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Baseball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream at ottumwaradio.com. My name's Jason Van Arkel. I will talk to you tomorrow night when the Bulldog baseball team plays host to Des Moines East. Until then, good night, everybody.